I don't feel it.
I don't like how this wire is in the back over here. It just looks unattractive. I'm gonna have to get them to staple that shit down. How did he even get loose?
I
think the cats. I think it was the cats that got it. That got it going on like Donkey Kong. You should have gave that to Michaela. Was that the only one that had it?
Yes.
Oh, you made sure your butt got it, huh? What's going on in this thing? Let's see who's gonna hop on the live. You know, I really don't know how this thing goes. It looks like it goes like this, or it goes like this. Hey, YouTube, what it do, YouTube? Let's see who's gonna come and talk to me tonight. I'm gonna give it about a minute. Let's see who's gonna come in this chat and say hello to your girl. Hello. Let's see who's wide awake. I remember one day I used to be like, oh, I can't stand them girls that do the fish lips. Like, I have an aunt. I have an aunt that constantly does the pictures like, and I used to be one of the girls that be like, oh, I can't stand when they do the fish lips. And now I find myself when I'm taking, hi, Shanna. I find myself when I'm taking pictures, I'm all like the, I'm like, I'm like, damn, I became one of them girls doing the whole damn fish lip. I'm to the point right now, as I got older, my top lip thinned out. You see? And now that my top lips thinned out, I kind of don't like that because now my lips don't look full. So now I'm gonna have to get the little injections. But I'm gonna wait till I do my surgery because I know my skin is gonna change. And then when it changes, I'm gonna go on ahead and retouch everything up. Make my lips like I'm 21 again. So who's gonna come down besides Shanna? Shanna, is that how you pronounce your name? Who else is on here that's gonna come and say, what it do? What it do? YouTube. Haven't been here for a while. Been really busy. I want to come on in and I want to say hello. I know it's such a weird timing to come on live and say hello. But I do. I want to say hello and I want to see which ones are up. And I want to talk about a couple things. One thing I do want to talk about is Liv'sLife. I actually did a video on her. I just haven't pushed it out yet, but I did a video and I'm going to push it out. But I wanted to see how you guys, Shauna. Okay, Shauna. Anna, there you go, stupid. I was going to say that at first, but I'm glad you corrected me, Shauna. But I wanted to come out, you know, and just talk about it with my subbies about Liv'sLife and what's going on with Web Gang. Web gang. How does she used to do it, like this or like this? I think she always did it like this. I mean, I'm sure she's not passing up the west side. Next thing you know, she have a bunch of bloods coming after her. It's gonna be a war. But yeah, you guys. So congratulations to Web Gang. So congratulations to them. They did get married. They did it on the day that they have planned to do it. I feel like the reason why they did not, the reason why they psyched the viewers as if they weren't going to get married is because, you know, people on their channel was, you know, they just thought that people were making fun of them and that they were going to make, like a circus out of their wedding. So they figured that, if everybody knew the day they were going to get married, that if they kind of psyched them out, that on the day that they were going to get married, that people wasn't going to go live and, make a mockery out of their weddings. So that's why I think Liv just kind of, got real smart real quick. Although they were having, she was having, last minute, feelings. She wasn't quite sure she wanted to marry him. The fact that she couldn't get over the cheating, and the fact that there's, so many videos of reactors out here that constantly is keeping it, and, that's constantly putting it out here in front of line about her man sucking and ducking on some other woman. It's making it hard for her to overcome, the whole little cheating thing. I think it is for any person, whether it's a man or a woman, when you put your heart into somebody and you've been with them and committed to them, and then they turn and they show you how unloyal they are. It's, the trust issue is there, and some women say, fuck you, Liv, for being with him when you're supposed to be out here and you're supposed to be an influencer and show women how, we can move on. But then, you know what? There's other people that promote healthy families. And it's like, okay, you guys need counseling. You guys need a lot of help. But yes, definitely, don't break up, because life is challenging and marriage is very much challenging. But I just want to say, I saw what Liv did. I see how she, psyched everyone out. I see that she didn't want nobody, playing games on her wedding day. So she kind of was like, look, the wedding's off. She went ahead and got married still. And then she put it out there. So I saw that. I see what you did, Liv. I see what you did. But either way, they got married. I hope it's all for the best. We know that it's only a matter of time before they get into a fight. I think Liv is very hormonal. I think that girl needs medication. She needs to be on some type of psych pill, because, she has issues from when she was little that carried on to her adulthood that she's never taken care of. And she's very hormonal. So when certain times in a month, it just makes her go boing, 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 boing. And, poor Gerard don't know how to, deal with something like that besides running away. And when he runs away, he's like, okay, now he has time. He's on the internet. He's like an internet hoe, pops at these bitches online. And that's how, that's a lot of men do it now. They'll be like right with their woman, but they'll be on their phone popping at bitches. Internet hoes is what I call them. Good for nothing internet dicks. But I was watching some YouTube channels out here, and I seen how their haters is already like attacking her. Like, you're not web gang. You ain't web gang until you get your ID. You're not web gang until you go get legal documentation saying you're web gang. It's like, she'd be web gang the minute she want to eat that dick up if she wants to. She could be web gang whenever she feel like being web gang. Like, who the hell is anyone to go on there to go and be like, oh, stay woke, people, stay woke. She ain't web gang until she gets her whole identity changed to be to web at the end. And it's like, come on now. The minute she want to slide down that fucking dick of hers, she could be web gang. It's like, I don't understand why people ride her so much. Like, why they ride? Liv does things, and we all know that she's a little cuckoo-luku, and she does things that give people that have reactors to have good videos off of her. But then people, it's like they really just nitpick at her, like, for no reason. Like, first of all, how the fuck are you going to sit there and say she ain't a real web gang, or where's the certificate at? Do you really give a fuck about where's the certificate at? I mean, who the hell are you for her to come out here and be like, Liz, my marriage certificate? You know goddamn well with all the stalkers she has and all the haters that she ain't gonna give you guys any of her personal information. So what's the point of you even asking for it? Like, do you see us asking you for your marriage certificate? Do you see us asking you about your social security card and ID and whatever the fuck you want have with your husband's information on there? Like, no. Who in their right mind is going to do that? And what subscriber is really going to come off and ask for personal information like that? Like, come on now. Maybe, I don't know. I watch a lot of YouTubers, mostly with my kids. And there a lot of big YouTubers, you know, that is popping, that are doing way better than Liv. And it's like you got to be built for YouTube. You really do, because there's going to be your positives and your negatives and your fucking haters. And then those negatives and the haters just going to collide and ride together. And they're going to get real messy. But you know what? The ones that love you is going to keep you moving and motivated. And it's just sad when you see these upcoming YouTubers straight hating on a bitch over some stupid ass shit over her last name, like over her last name. And it's just like, you know, like it just really tells me, you know, that they really ain't shit, and they're probably never gonna be shit. And if they get a little fans off the back street of YouTube, oh well, you are not really gonna go anywhere besides that, you know. People in real life don't go around asking people for fucking marriage certificates and shit like that. People don't do that shit. So where they get off even making a comment about it, it's like, I'm kind of thinking twice. Who's the crazy bitch around here? I'm serious. You think I'm funny? I mean, who the fuck, you know, somebody gets married and they're like, where's the marriage certificate? Where's the ID with your new name? It's like, bitch, where the fuck is your fucking sock to put in your goddamn mouth? And then shut the fuck up. I mean, where's your man's dick so you can suck on it? So you can shut the fuck up. Like, that's just some off the wall, straight to the left type shit, you know? Like, who comes out with stuff like that? I don't know. But as much as I think Olivia needs a lot of help, I also am proud that she, you know, didn't allow YouTube to come between her relationship and her marriage. Well, now they're married, but didn't at the time of their relationship. I do believe that, you know, I do think that Liv taunts herself by watching a lot of reactions. And she's always worried about what the next female is saying about her. And in this life, you cannot worry about what anybody says about you, especially another fucking YouTuber or people that are getting clout off of you. Like, you cannot worry about that, you know. Actually, you should look at it in a more positive way and be like, you know what? I'm glad I gave these bitches jobs. I'm glad, because they look like they need it. You know, they look like they need it. And I'm not saying that's for all the females that do reactions. I'm not talking about all of them, but I'm just saying for the ones that you know, or that are just, you know, devious and just, you know, talking for nothing, just to fucking talk. It's like, we see what you're doing. But yeah, so toast to web gay in the house. I don't know. I don't know. Next thing you know, we're gonna be talking about they want a divorce. We give it about a few months, they're gonna want a divorce. You know, sometimes I be thinking Liv just be putting that stuff out here like a show. It's like you really don't know who's for reals out here, because you know, like the Prince family, they put things out there, but they do it all for show. All of it is not real. They just put it all out there and make a whole story up as they go. They do the whole acting and crying and this and that. You know, CPS and took the baby or try to take the baby. It's like they do all this for views, and they do all this to, you know, get put out there so their channel could grow. So I don't even know what to believe from Liv anymore. I really don't. But, you know, if she love it, then hey, get with it. So what are you guys doing tonight besides watching me How's your guys' new year so far? Nobody wants to come and holler at the girl, huh? Nobody wants to come and talk to me. Well, I do appreciate you for watching me, no matter what. So at least I don't feel crazy like I'm talking about myself, you know? But I'm talking to myself. But I also want to talk about, you know, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine's. Actually, my godson's mother. I was having a conversation with her, and then I had a conversation with a very close friend of the family's, her mother. And we were talking about people. And we're just talking about blessings, you know. I told him this year, and this year I'm gonna do something different with myself. I'm a very big-hearted person. I'm very giving. I find myself sometimes that people take advantage of me. And then I get upset, and sometimes it ruins the relationship, a friendship, or whatever it is. And I withdraw from that person. And I said, you know, I always try to find myself reaching out to someone, because helping somebody gives me self-satisfaction and makes me feel worthy. It makes me feel happy. It's a self-esteem. It lifts me up in ways that I don't even know how to explain to people. So if anybody knows me, one thing they know is that I'm a very giving person. If I don't have, I am well connected to reach out to try to provide for, whether it's a man or a woman or both, you know. I don't discriminate, race, color, sex, nothing, you know. And like I said, I found myself in last year's and the previous years of me being taken advantage of, just things not going the way they should be, because some people just, you know, they want a hand out and not a hand up. And some people want to take advantage of you because they know you have a good heart. So I said, you know, I'm going to make it my goal this year. I could continue to help people. But when there's somebody that constantly, when you're like in your 40s and you're constantly finding yourself in the same situation, and you're not growing anywhere, you're not trying to go anywhere, you know, I don't know, I don't want to make it all, you know, holy moly here, but I believe in Jesus, you know. I'm not trying to say you have to believe or anything like that. I don't want to get religious here. But what I do want to say is, if your life is at a pause and there's no doors opening for you, and you're not manifesting in your life, then I need to take a look at that. And I be like, look, this person has been in this situation for this long. There's no doors opening for them. There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason. So this year, you know, I'm going to give an example on why I'm saying this, okay? We want to help people, but sometimes we help the wrong people. And our help and our generosity, my money, the things I get from donation, they could go to other families, other people that are truly in need, that truly will benefit from it, and that would truly, you know, grow from it, or remember it when they get out of the situation. They'll give back, whether it's to us or another in their community, or, you know, somebody they meet. And I'm going to set an example why. There was a lady last year, okay, and she was damn near 40. She had 3 babies. And she was going around talking to everybody's husband. She was her friend's husband. She was talking to her friend's husband. And she did this to a prior relationship, another relationship as well. She had her baby's dad. but she was talking to her friend's husband. And I remember she had got kicked out of low income house. She was my neighbor. That's how I met her. She was my neighbor a long time ago. And she ended up getting kicked out of her low income house. She lived across the street from me. So there were some, it was my house. It was in a nice neighborhood, but there was apartments across the street from me, and they were low income, and like they had a daycare in there. They just had a bunch of things going on in there. And her rent was very low. They ended up kicking her out of there. She wasn't paying the rent. A lot of things were going down. They kicked her out of there. So it was years. It's like, okay, another year passed by. She was going into shelters to shelters, you know, renting a room from somebody and staying there, not paying rent, getting kicked out, and kind of just, you know, floating around. And I told her, you know, we were on Facebook. We were talking back and forth. And she told me, you know, I don't have any money right now. I don't have nowhere to go. And I was thinking to myself, you know, me and her, we just had a baby around the same time. Being the type of person I am, I'm like, okay, you know, you could come stay with me. There's no problem with that. Just come stay with me. I'll clear a room for you and your babies. You know, I went and got a swing for her. I got some things for her and her child. And that was that, you know, and I told her, don't worry about paying me no rent. Just save your money and continue to look for somewhere to go so you could, you know, move on into something better. Well, from this lady, I didn't know at the time that she was talking to my friend's husband. I didn't know. I later found out that she was. And then she was confronted about it. And then people that were mutual friends said that she also was talking to another woman's husband, you know, years before. And that's how their relationship broke. And I was like, oh my God. So here's this lady with these damn babies. And she's this, and she's old as hell. She looks like she's a lot older than what she is, because when you're out there in that heat and you're just kind of like dead and don't have nowhere to go, it wears your body. It tears your body down. So your damn face looks every bit of fucking 50 when you're not even 50, you know, and I know you're not on drugs. So, you know, all that is to wearing your body down. But when the doors, when there's doors that are not opening for you and your kids, because Jesus knows you got kids. He knows that there needs to be something, there needs to be something that needs to, you know, you need to find a way and a solution to get out of this problem that you're in. But when there's nothing opening and you're just finding yourself floating, it's like, who the fuck am I to come and be like, oh, okay, let me come and bless this girl with security and housing temporarily. Let me bless her with, you know, food for her children. I mean, for me to quickly act on something like that, I think it was wrong of me. Because when I later found out all the bad things this woman was doing, I was like, okay, that's why God wasn't blessing this chick, because she wasn't doing righteous. She wasn't, her going around ruining relationships, being with married men is just, it's ridiculous, you know? So now I said, you know what? I remember telling myself, well, why the hell isn't any social worker or anybody out here helping this lady with her babies? Like, what's going on? You know, why is she steady on in the same floating situation? And that's when, you know, a few months later, after I ended up moving her out of my home and moving her into a friend's home. My friend's house, actually, she never was home. So she had the whole house to herself, you know, and I gave her something, you know, better. But, you know, she kept on, her behavior kept on, never changed. She always wanted something for free, never appreciated what anybody gave her. And she kept on finding her life floating up to this day. And I'm just like, you know what? This year, I'm not going to go blessing every fucking buddy that I know or that comes to me. You know, I'm going to be more alert. I'm going to be more aware of who are the people that I'm bringing into my circle this year. Who are the people that I am blessing? You know, it's okay to give $1 for somebody to get a burger or something like that, but to allow somebody to get that closer to your home, and and then you see them constantly on float. It's like, you know what, this year, I'm not going to go around playing Captain fucking hoes and bitches this year, because if there's something going on in your life, and if Jesus ain't fucking there to try to help you, because I know he helps me when I call on him, you know, if there's something not there that's not clicking, it's maybe because you ain't somebody that somebody should be fucking with. You must have bad, you know, you must be a bad person. Your spirit, something. And I'm not trying to get holy moly, like I said, but I learned a lot from that situation. You know, I'm not cool with women going around sleeping with married men. You don't do shit like that. You know, I know the man's going to do it regardless, or the woman's going to do it regardless, but don't put yourself in that situation. Don't put yourself in somebody's home and encourage that shit. You know, some bitches just don't care. They'll slide down anybody's dick. They don't give a fuck if it has STDs or not. You might not be the one that does it, but some women don't give a damn. They don't care. They just don't care. Mental issues, I tell you. So many people walk around undiagnosed. You should look up the statistics. So many people walk around undiagnosed. And it'll be mental issues, you know? But yeah, you guys, my point of saying this, because I kind of went on a little rant all around, you know, the mulberry bush, is that this year, I'm going to be more aware of who I help. I'm going to be more aware of who I let around me. Turn that off. I'm going to be more aware of everything, you know, who, you know, if you're not manifesting in your life, then, you know, I don't really need you around me, because either you're going to hold me down. Look at my eyebrows. They're all messed up. You're either going to hold me down, or you're going to try to use me for something. And I ain't got time for that shit. I'd rather go help somebody that's homeless on the street than somebody that's just going to, you know, float around and just try to use people one after another. But yeah, you guys, you like my little story time with you guys? I was just talking about that with my friends, you know, a couple people that I know. I was like, you know what? This year, I'm going to make it a goal. I am not going to sit here and be involving myself with a bunch of people this year. I'm not going to be sitting there helping people that I don't see anything happening for them. I mean, if you got a family, if you got kids, put your damn kids in childcare, get a job, do what you got to do. If you're homeless, at least you have that steady income to count on, you know? And they said there's waiting lists, there are waiting lists. Let me tell you, there's waiting lists. But if you got a job actively and you need childcare, I don't know, but there's like the child development centers. There's places that will help you immediately. Just you got to do your homework. You know, it's not easy. You just got to be proactive, and you got to be like a hustler, man. You got to stay on that fucking grind until you get what you guys need. There's so many services. We're in America. There's so many services out here that there's no need for anybody to suffer. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And for the ones that stood during the whole story, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate that. So you guys find a goal on what it is that you guys want to do in this coming year. You know, what you see yourself doing. What do you see yourself doing in 2020? What do you want to change in 2020? What do you want to advance in 2020? And yeah, you know, I really hope that, you know, every year is a good year. Every year, every day is a good day, you know, when you wake up and you breathe, that's life. And I just hope everybody's, years, people manifest in their lives in 2020. I tell my kids, this year I want to see something greater and better in each and every one of you guys. You guys are growing every day. I want to see, your life improve. I want to see your attitudes improve. I want to see my kids are so smart, man. I know every parent says this, but my kids are literally smart. And I have, so much, I could prove it. There's too much, my kids is just really, really smart. And I tell them, it's one thing, you could be smart all day long, but when you're not doing anything with your brain, then it's kind of, what's the point of having it? So I want to see changes. I want to see my kids grow. My kids, they do social media as well. And they are growing a lot. But I want to see bigger and better this year. I want them to go out with a big bang. I want to see improvement. I want to see my son's bank account growing. I want to see my daughter's bank account growing. I want to see her, reach out to other kids her age in her community and kind of uplift them. Since she is an influencer, I want her to uplift them and help them create accounts and do collabs and do things with them that's gonna get them going, because one thing that I noticed that they do when the children do this is it lifts their self-esteem up. It really, really does. It really does. And my daughter has, she has been doing all the things that I've asked her to do. And I'm happy, that she does, because one of my daughters is just, her nose is so far up in the air. It's like, girl, come goddamn down. You need to come down. But so you guys who are watching me, I appreciate you for listening to me. And I hope that this year is going to be your best year. And I just really hope that, this year you guys gain something out of this year, whether it be a new child to the family, whether it be a business, whether it be a home, whether you be moving out getting your own house, moving out the hotel room, moving out your parents' house, whatever it is, getting married, getting your first job, starting your own YouTube channel, whatever it is. Let it be that. Let it be this year. I really, truly wish everybody the best. I really do. Even the crazy bitches out there that straight be hating off for no goddamn reason. But do you mind telling me, dropping some names on who it is watching me? I hope it ain't that one crazy bitch. You think it is that one crazy bitch watching me? It probably is that one crazy bitch watching me. I ain't dropping no goddamn names, but she know who she is. You know who you are, crazy bitch. Doing mukbangs in the fucking bathroom and shit. Oh. Lord Jesus. looking like a damn horse. Okay, you guys. So I wanted to do a reaction on a couple of videos, but I don't know if I'm going to. I wanted to do a live reaction, but my chat isn't popping like that. So I don't know if I want to do a reaction. No? I don't know. Maybe I should end this one and start a new one, huh? You guys think I should do a reaction? Say hello if you think I should do a reaction. Yeah, I probably will. You guys, I got these eyelashes. I put them on. I really don't know what to think about them. I just think they're too fucking thick. I'm like, then I got to get some at the bottom. I have a really good mascara for the one at the bottom, but I do. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I do appreciate you guys coming on, listening to my story time. I might hear fucking Scarecrow tomorrow talking shit. motherfucker that can't sleep stay on YouTube. But I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about if you watch me. But goodbye, you guys. Stay safe, be safe, more positive this year. Set your goals out and achieve them. And I will talk to you on my next video. I'm actually gonna hop back on. I'm gonna hop on for a little bit. But for you guys, good night, good morning, goodbye.